Hey everyone. As you know, student feedback and report cards are arguably one of the most tedious administrative processes that we have to handle as teachers. And today I'm going to show you a solution that we here at Scooli have built to help you automate this task or series of tasks. So the first thing you want to do once you head into our app is you want to click over into the student feedback and report card section of our website. And we are going to start by creating a template. So I'm going to call this midterm report card. Midterm report card. I'm going to say this is for my physics class, so SPH4U is the course code. And in terms of our description, we're going to say this is an intro to kinematics and dynamics. At this point, if you're not quite sure where to get started, feel free to download an example, but I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. So switching over into Excel, a typical template starts off with the first column just being level, and this is more or less going to be a series of descriptors that you use to classify or to quantify or even to qualify how your students are performing and what kind of feedback you'd like to give them. So here we have scalar and vector quantities with 4 different categories and 4 different levels of comments that I'd like to give. Kinematics in 1 dimension, forces and dynamics. Should expand this. Oops. Communication, participation, and then next steps, all with many levels. And so if you want to personalize your feedback, what you can do is create as many levels as needed, and we will take care of the rest for you. So from there, once your data looks like this, head back over into the application, and you can choose to upload your feedback. So I'm just going to click this over here. And what you see is you get a quick overview over here of the feedback that you've uploaded. And from here, you can choose to go in and make any changes. If you want to add some exclamation marks, you can do that, but I won't. I'm going to keep it professional. So I'm going to go back. You can edit your feedback here. You can see exactly what it looks like. And then as you go down, here's when you start to build your sentences. So we've given you a default example student name, pronoun, and alternative or possessive pronoun. And what you can do here is that for each of your sentences, you have an introduction, so what goes before the feedback you've written, a conclusion, what goes after the feedback you've written, and you can use these square brackets around the name, pronoun, and alt for alternative pronoun to customize the sentences according to your student's name and pronouns. So what we can do with this is I can say, for the first sentence, I want my student's name. So I'm going to say name in square brackets, enter, and you'll see the update down here where for level 1, the example would be Serena demonstrates a limited understanding of scalar and vector quantities. You can go ahead and change this to level 4, thorough understanding. You can go back and change this to 0 in case I want to leave it blank. And as you can see, level 0 is always blank. So only use this when, for example, you have some kind of optional feedback that you don't want to give all students. And also, if you decide to, unfortunately make a typo, this will highlight the fact that there's an error and there's no feedback written for a certain level in case you want to go back and edit things. I'm going to switch this back to level 4 for the time being. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start customizing. So I'm going to say sentence 1, I want my student's name. Sentence 2, I want the pronoun. So in this case, she. Sentence 3, I'm going to go back to the name. Serena, perfect. Sentence 4, we know that here we have communication is clear and concise. So we want to use the possessive or alternative pronoun. So I'm going to say alt, so her communication is clear and concise. Participation-wise, I'm going to use the pronoun. So once again, square brackets, pronoun, enter, she participates regularly in class. And then in terms of next steps, this is where the intro part really shines, is that I can say something like, moving forward, I'd encourage, and then I can use the first name followed by, I can use the first name, press enter, and there we have moving forward, I encourage Serena to show each step of her thought process while working on her assignments. And what's cool about this is that I can more or less preview without having actual student data. So this means I can potentially work ahead and get ahead of some of the workload that I know is coming by setting this up to handle the feedback for tests, quizzes, or report cards that I know are coming up, which is amazing and can save us a lot of time. And from there, once you've successfully previewed and you're happy with the way things look, you can click Save Template, which again, you're going to get an alert saying, hey, your template is saved. And then from there, you'll notice that it shows up in your dashboard as exactly what you inputted. So midterm report card for my physics class, intro to kinematics and dynamics. And if I have any changes, I can just click edit. You get the exact same menu and the exact same options that you set beforehand. And you can just go ahead and modify things as you see fit before either saving or canceling your changes.